Hey everyone, this is just a progress update video of my personal best score for Mushi Himisama Futari Black Label Original Mode. I finally hit over 500 million, 527 million to be exact. And this was a long time coming. This took me quite a while to do. Um, Even though this doesn't clear, spoilers, I'm pretty happy with this because I've been grinding away at this game, and my big goal for a while now has been 500 million in a real run, and I finally was able to do it. It's very stressful. As you can even see here on stage one, just the amount of things you have to do just to score high on this stage. It takes a very easy level and makes it very stressful and execution heavy. Um, Even here, you have to really know what you're doing to be able to point blank that mid-boss without dying. You can get clipped so many ways fighting that guy, and I've died every which way on this level. Um, yeah, this stage, I've had a lot of practice on this stage. I've played this stage more than any other stage, probably, just because I got obsessed with trying to get a higher and higher score with it. My current highest score on this stage is 67 million, but I really want to get 70 in it, even though in the grand scheme of things, this stage isn't as important for getting over 500. Wasn't as important for getting over 500 million. I think the important thing about this stage in the long run for scoring this game for me will be that I get a lot of total counter out of this stage, and that I can manage to, eke out some, maybe like 20 million extra points. I screwed up there. I know how to do the trick where if you um, wait for that one pattern to end and then you go up to his head, he'll shoot out a large barrage of bullets that you can cancel for way more score. I probably lost about 10 million points there, maybe. I probably had like a 66 mil, which would have been really nice. But yeah, I've been working on this for quite a while. This game is really demanding once you score it. It's funny because it's like one of those games that people kind of write off as, oh, original mode Black Label is like a very easy clear. It's, one of the easier survival clears. But if you're scoring this game is really pretty difficult because you can never really bomb. You don't want to die ever. And just the amount of point blanking you have to do and the execution to get some of the scoring tricks down, it can be very demanding on your time. The amount of practice you have to do. What's funny is I got this run when I switched over to the new shmup MAME. I've usually played this game on Xenia, and there's a lot more slowdown on Xenia, but I almost feel like the slowdown makes it harder to play. As much as that seems counterintuitive, that'd be easier to play this game with more slowdown. The slowdown in this version now seems pretty smooth comparatively, where there's not as much whiplash, and it's a more even experience when you play, which makes timing all your abilities easier. Oh, here on this mid-boss, I actually do it around the world that I never really do in a lot of my runs, because it's very dangerous, but for some reason I just went for it here, and I managed it just fine. I should have waited for the turtle to move up more, though, so I gotta cancel these bullets from these plants. Which is just a little optimization that I just didn't do here. But other than that, my stage 2 is actually pretty good. And stage 2 is another stage where it doesn't seem that hard. Even when you're scoring, it doesn't seem that hard. But there's always one little mistake you make that you die, and it just sets your run off on such a bad pace that you just tilt really hard if you die here. I'm actually not quite sure the best way to go about scoring this section, if I want to just kill everything up close up there or just wait for a huge cancel down here. But I've done higher scores on this stage, but I mean in a real run, this is what else can I ask for? I have 41k counter and I'm, got my extend already, so I'm fine with that. Boss is like really quite easy. I mean, even scoring him, he's not that tough either on original. I rarely ever die to him in even my practice runs anymore. Trying to experiment with point blanking him more though. I have to try to kill him faster because it would save me some counter. So I do want to mess around with practicing killing him faster. It's just I'm so used to the way I kill him now that I would have to make a lot of adjustments. Yeah, 138 going into stage 3 is not terrible for what I'm used to. The most I've ever done is probably like 158. This level is just hard. I mean, if you score this level, like, it's just going to be a pain in your ass. I practiced this level a whole lot. Really, it's just the amount of close calls you can get on this level when you're trying to point blank. It's a real pain. Did I get this? I don't remember. Yeah, I don't die here. Okay, cool. I got some of the point blank on that guy. You can get more of a point blank on that guy if you get up there a little earlier. I just got up there late, and I didn't quite get the full point blank. I don't remember if I die on stage 3. I mean, more than likely I do, because stage 3, if you're going to die anywhere, it's probably stage 3. Unless I bomb, which I don't remember if I bomb. I know I bomb in this run a couple times. I haven't figured out a way to point blank this guy at all. There might be a way to do it consistently, but I couldn't tell you. I'm so used to just killing him fast and getting these extra ads to spawn. I have not figured out a consistent way to get up in his face and get the extra gems. So I just refuse to. And it's just like, practicing it. I've not come up with a way. So I'm just sticking with taking it safe and not dying at that section. I wonder if I get my... I think I get my counter quite high this run. Let's see, do I die? If I'm going to die, I'm going to die on this section. I couldn't tell you. It's been a while since I've done this run, but... Yep, there you go. Stupid death. Very stupid death. I just had to move a little bit more to the left and I wouldn't have died there. That's really annoying. I enjoy this section. I used to hate this section, but I actually quite enjoy it now. It's pretty frenetic and fun. Once you just know the order in which the enemies come out, it's pretty fun to go back and forth and dodge all this stuff. And the third boss. I think I bomb at some point against this guy, right? Yeah. I'm just not dealing with his BS. That first pattern's such a pain in the ass. Ooh, I got trapped there too. You don't want to move too much on that pattern, that's for sure. Double bomb does suck though in a score run. That wastes so much of your counter. I probably should have waited there for him to shoot more bullets to get a little bit more canceled, a little bit more score. Probably not too much score lost, but it's something I have to remember to do next time. Really, it's just that first phase of this fight is annoying, and then everything after that's not too bad. Well, I guess this phase is a bit annoying too, but I think I lived through this, and it's stupid. Yeah, I don't know how I didn't die there. That's kind of stupid. I probably should have died there. That is a bomb section for a lot of players more often than not. And I've bombed there before, but especially with the lack of slowdown compared to Xenia, that section's actually a little scary. Stage 4. In this run, I've been practicing stage 4 since this run a little more. and I've gotten it down a little better since for scoring. But I mean, here in this run, I don't have much practice on this stage other than like doing my basic shot switching here and just kind of trying to, you know, kill these big score mobs here, like the grasshopper and the worm. But ultimately, this level is a lot. It has a lot of scoring opportunities, but it's one of those levels where you can get greedy and really ruin your run. Like you can get greedy here and lose a lot of lives, lose a lot of counter. And like the bullet speeds here get really rough, especially if you get, I mean, if I was on a really like a save state style run, this level's insane when you're over 100k counter. I've been messing with scoring these guys a little bit more, or at least trying to get a little bit of point blank on them. It's hard to get the full point blank on them, but getting a little bit is better than nothing. Oh, there I died. I should have bombed, but I did not. And I shouldn't have gone over that far that quick. I should have been moving a lot slower. It's really frustrating to die there, though. I believe I don't die the rest of this stage, though. Another thing I could have did there is wait for his spiderweb to spawn to get more gems. I probably should have done that as well. I'll have to remember that for next time. Definitely a mistake. Yeah, I did score that guy. This part right here, I've messed around in save states with trying to point blank that turret thing, and it can get really tricky to try and score that because you're getting bombarded by these moths or flies or whatever they are, and it can be really tricky. I don't know how I didn't die there, actually. That was a risky maneuver to try to score that. I love scoring these big mobs on this level, though. It's really fun, and it's exciting because there's always so many bullets when you're trying to do it. Oh, I didn't switch my shot fast enough for that. That sucks. The shot switching you have to do to get the full value gems on when you're at max stage counter on these sections is actually kind of tricky because you get so many gems so quick that the counter will switch really quick like that, and you will miss out. Do I die to this? This is a section that's easy to die on. There's a lot of bullets really close to you, and you really want to be milking those big worms and grasshoppers. I think I bombed there. Yeah, that's a smart bomb for me. I definitely should have bombed that. I was getting surrounded. I think I actually bomb again too at some point. I hate bombing in this game because you tank your counter so hard, but yeah, I got cornered there. I'd rather not die. At this point I was thinking I would like to clear at least with the score I have, because I know this run's really good so far for me, so. This boss is fairly easy. I bombed that pattern, even though I shouldn't, because I figured it out finally in practice. But just here when I was doing it, I always feel like I mess it up, and I just didn't want to risk it. This boss is quite easy otherwise. You just do so much damage that he doesn't really pose much of a threat. I did mess up the scoring for him, though. I probably should have hit him with green there in the last phase as well. Now on to stage 5. I have to optimize stage 5 a lot more in my future runs because I have to do all the lanterns properly, which I don't do at all here. This is all basic. At this point, I do score certain big enemies on this level, and the mid boss, but I'm really just trying to survive at this point, and because I'm thinking to myself at this point, I'm probably going to go over 500 million if I just score the big enemies in the mid boss, or try to score the big enemies in the mid boss. And I didn't score this guy. I know how to score this guy now, but he's also very risky to score up close that early on in that positioning. There should be, yeah, see, like, there's definitely lanterns here that I'm just not paying attention to. I have to really memorize all the lantern locations, because, like, I kind of know where most of them are, but I don't have them exactly in my head, so I really have to start memorizing that if I want to improve my score in real runs on this level. I also have to get better at figuring out the bullet cancels of this level. Now these guys, I have found you can kind of move, like, tap dodge like along with them to whatever side they're moving, and you can score them. But I've also found that there is a way to, I think, ride up this side of them, and they won't hit you, and you can score them up close. But I have to keep experimenting with it. Like, see, I scored this guy right here by just tap dodging and staying up in front of his face. But there might be that going up the side of them might be safer. I have to mess with that a little more in my practice runs and in my save states. This mid-boss is just free points for the most part. Because you cause so much slowdown when you get up close to him with these gems that it makes dodging all his patterns really easy. So scoring him is actually kind of beneficial because you're just causing so much slowdown that it makes his patterns really simple. Around this point, yeah, see, there's a lantern there that why did I hit that? There was no bullets to really cancel. I really gotta get those down. Now these guys are super easy to score at this point. You can just sit up in the middle here and tap dodge left to right, and they're worth so much scoring. It's basically free. I recommend everyone score those because they're just really easy to dodge. Even in save states, I can score those at 100k counter bullet speeds. Do I die to this? No, I actually get the... Okay, I actually did a good lantern cancel there to get that one up. That is the lantern cancel you want to do if you want that one up. Did I pulse my shot too? Nice. Might be the highest I've ever had my counter too. 72k. I still have yet to hit 100k in a real run. It's so hard to do. And it's incredibly dangerous on top of that. Ah, yeah, should have bombed. Got cornered. Would have tanked my counter, but I would have saved myself a life and I probably would have cleared. That's probably the death that stopped me from clearing, honestly. A little risky to pulse there, but I guess I wanted to get up to 9999 again. So pulsing my shot was the only way to get enough gems off that to really do it that quick. This section sucks ass, and I also died being stupid there. I should have killed that faster. I should have like ignored score and just focus shotted to kill him faster. I barely make it out of that guy, right? Oh, okay, like I kill him quick. See, you can kill them really quick with your laser if you're not trying to score them. That move is so annoying. I really have to learn how to really dodge that pattern, but it's just a very annoying pattern. Man, I was already so happy at this point because I was over 500. I was just like, I don't even care about Larsa that much. You'll see, this is the sloppiest Larsa ever. I've been practicing Larsa since to really learn the patterns more, and so I don't have to be this awful at this fight. Like this is a really just me just bombing my way through this, like hoping that I can, you know, make my way through without having to really do anything. And I like know these patterns now, so this feels so inexcusable. But I mean, hey, I just wanted my 500 million, and from there I can work on getting the clear and more than 500. See, I shouldn't bomb that. That pattern's not even that hard. This pattern's awful. I've tried to learn this pattern, and I usually just end up bombing it, even on like serious attempts at this fight. Yeah, I don't know why I thought that was horrible. I like how to dodge that pattern too.